So this pink cap, under this cap is fondant, which is a hard candy. The bees are going to eat through that in order to release the queen. We're going to jam a nail through it, kind of a starting point, to kind of tell them to get going on this. And it seems to expedite things, to make a little hole for them. The queen can't fit through the hole, but the bees will have an idea that they should eat through it. The queen is clearly very excited to get out of this cage. So we're going to set the queen cage inside the hive, on top of the bars of the bottom box. I like to center it. So we'll start out the hive with 2 boxes. The top box will have no bars in it. The bottom box will have its 8 bars evenly spaced. It's raining right now, so the bees are going to be happy to be out of the rain. Before I do this, I like to knock them against the ground one more time. And then we're going to dump. As you can see, you don't have to be very gentle. I would wear a veil, and I would wear gloves though. The stragglers, we're going to lean up against the entrance, so they should walk out hopefully over the next day or two. And then we're going to grab our top bars and we're going to put them in. Try and do this without killing anyone. I'm just eyeballing the spacing, trying to make them even. It's not the end of the world if you're off slightly. So I'll have to just use a knife. You can also use a hive tool to kind of scoot the bar over if it's off a little. After that, we're going to lay our canvas on top. This piece of canvas has a little flap cut out of it, which I'll explain. When you lay it on, I like to slide it on and kind of wiggle it to get the bees to move out of the way so I don't smash as many when I put the quilt box on. So this one, we cut this little flap so we can set a jar feeder on top, or you could use a double jar feeder, which takes 2 jars. So this type of feeder just has some holes in its lid. It's just a mason jar with holes, and then 1 part sugar, 1 part water. And then you can upturn it outside the hive, let it drip for a second, and then it should stop dripping eventually. And at this point, I'm going to slide this over a little to cover up some of that. And then I'm just going to kind of move that bee out of the way and set it on. The bees can come up and feed through those holes, and then we can take an extra box. And again, try and wiggle it when you're setting it on so you don't crush as many bees. You will kill bees. At this point, we can put our quilt box on top. And we can replace our roof. And then we wait. Those bees that remain in the package, they should walk their way out because the majority are in the hive now. And then in 2 or 3 days, we're going to want to go in and look at that queen cage and make sure that she's been released. If she's not been released, there's another little door on that cage, so we can let her out and let her walk out into the bees.